a makeshift burial site in northwest Syria. Here, the bodies of security forces are discovered in newly dug graves. It's thought they were killed and buried by loyalists of the Assad regime. The video was taken in the town of Kardaha, the hometown of the Assad family, which ruled in Syria for more than half a century. The remnants of the old regime have been fighting government forces since Thursday across the coastal areas of the country. The government is struggling to bring the situation under control. These pictures show a reinforcement convoy of the security forces arriving in Banyas in Tartous. Banyas is home to the largest oil refinery in Syria. The government says the rebels attacked the refinery but were repelled. The epicenter of fighting has shifted from the city center to the countryside. Officials estimate up to 5,000 loyalists of the former regime are armed and hidden across the coastal cities of Tartous, Latakia, their outskirts, and the mountains around. Hundreds of security forces and regime remnants have been killed. But it is civilians that have been caught in the crossfire. Hundreds of civilians, including women and children, have died in the battles. The overwhelming majority of them are from the Alawite minority, from which the Assad family also belongs. Syria's President al-Sharaa has called for the national unity and peace and is promising justice.
We affirm that we will hold accountable with utmost firmness and without any leniency anyone involved in the shedding of civilian blood or who has wronged our people. Those who exceeded the authority of the state or exploited their power of their own interests will not be above the law. Anyone whose hands are stained with the blood of Syrians will face justice sooner rather than later.
The government also announced the formation of an independent committee to investigate the violations and identify those responsible for the killing of civilians. The Ministry of Defense says the security forces are working at checkpoints surrounding the city of Latakia to ensure the safety of civilians and prevent remnants of the former regime from carrying out any acts of sabotage.
Our forces have developed comprehensive plans to impose a cordon around fleeing elements, to ensure the complete elimination of any threats they pose. We urge all our people to stay away from areas of military operations for their safety and confirm that the coming hours will witness the announcement of the result of this phase.
Funerals are being held in several cities across Syria. In the capital Damascus, people demonstrated against the killing of civilians by security forces and remnants of the regime. It's the worst violence since the overthrow of Bashar al-Assad last December. People in Syria have suffered tremendously from ethnic and sectarian divisions during nearly 14 years of civil war. The country is trying to recover from the devastation and heal wounds through reconciliation. But recent fighting and mass killing of civilians by security forces and remnants of the old regime show that that path to recovery will be long and tough. Resul Serdar, Al Jazeera, Damascus.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.